Hello, my dear students. So in the previous classes, we have seen how we can inherit a class from its base class, or you can say from its parent class. At least you know what is base class and what is derived class. Okay, so base class means what? The class from where we are going to send the information to the derived class, and from derived class point of view, we are going to inherit some data from the base class. Okay, base class is also known as parent class, and derived class is also known as child class. Okay, so in this video we are going to see the practical example of uh, a class called shape and rectangle, which we have seen in the previous lecture. Now you will see the practical view of that program. Okay, so for that, let us create the class called shape. Okay, so shape means what? Basically it can be rectangular shape, it can be circular shape, okay, it can be cylindrical shape. So this shape can be anything. Okay, so as we have seen that in inheritance, or can say what we can say, we are going to do programming which will consist of more than one classes. Sometimes we can have two classes, sometimes we can have three, four classes also. Okay, so the point is here how we are going to inherit those classes. Okay, so for inheriting, basically we will have access specifier. Access specifier is very interesting. Okay, for time being, you just remember that when we inherit a base class by public method, that means what? All the members we are going to access directly, or you can say we are going to bring from the base class. Okay, but when we derive it privately, that means what? All the data members will not get access. Even though we'll get access, see, always remember that base class, in a base class, if we have private members, whether it is data member or member function, those private members are not inheritable at all. Okay, even your access specifier is public also, private members are not inheritable at all. Okay, second thing is, when you inherit a base class by what? By public, then only the public members and protected members will be inherited. But when we inherit the base class as protected, that means what? Private are not inheritable, but protected and public members are inheritable. That means we can bring those data, but those data will come to the protected section of the derived class. Okay, we'll see these three access specifier in detail about, okay, in the next classes again. So my aim of this video lecture is to show you the practical example of, or you can say practical impact of inheritance. That means how we can run. That is why we have taken the same programming. Okay, the very easy one. Okay, slowly we'll go to the complex level of inheritance programming. Okay, so for shape, we can have height and we can have width. Okay, so if we write here private, then this we cannot access. So what we'll do, we will uh, declare data number under protected section, say integer height, sorry, height and width. Okay, so again we need to have some data member function for setting height and width. Okay, so in that case, void set height. So here we need argument. Okay, then just copy paste for width. So this will be your width. This is suppose W. Okay, now this class is completed. if you want we can define some other member function also here. Okay, so in this example we are going to define this set method only and these two. Okay, so after this we are going to create another class. Okay, that is say rectangle and under rectangle, as you know that rectangle also have height and width. That means in this class also we have to define those rectangle and height, and then again we have to use two method for set height and set width. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll inherit those because these are the common for rectangle also. Okay, common data for rectangle also. So what we'll do, we'll inherit from the class shape. Okay, how we are going to inherit by colon and then the access specifier, how we are going to inherit if we. Okay, so for now we are going to inherit the base class as public. Okay, so which base class? It is shape. Okay, shape. Now see, the moment we inherit, that means what, these code are also available for rectangle class also. That means here if you don't write also, this will be available for rectangle. Okay, now beyond this data, this rectangle class can have his own members also. Okay, say we are going to declare here void get area. Suppose that means we are going to find the area here. How we are going to do? Just return it, return. Or if you don't want, you can do like this. You can write here itself, and again you have to declare one class for displaying. Okay, so we are going to do return here itself. Your wish, in which method you find it easy, you can write. Okay, so return means what we are going to return area. What will be the area for rectangle? Obviously it is height into width, so you write here in return, so height into width. Okay, so now I don't want to define some other member function. If you want, you can write for rectangle. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create the object. Now point here is object for which class. See, this is base class, this is base class is our shape. Okay, and this is our rectangle. Okay, so for which class we are going to create the object. See, remember always it is basically, if you use object for rectangle, it will be fruitful for us. How you secure? So let's create one object for rectangle. Say rectangle RCT. Okay, RCT. Now rectangle class is now having this all method. Okay, that means what, from rectangle we can directly access for set height. Okay, so here since we have defined here one argument height, so you can give some height here, say 6. That means your height value will be 6. Okay, again if you want to set the width, set width, say width equal to 5. That means which value will be 5. Now suppose you want to display the area. So area is what? Area. To get the area you have to call the get area method. For that, suppose I'm defining one variable. So what you can say, this will not be void because we are returning value. Sorry, this is my mistake. So you have to give here float, suppose. Okay, so float means what? Float area. We are declaring one variable area. Okay, you can say area equal to, here itself we are going to do area equal to say object name RCT dot, okay, get area done. Now if you want to display it, suppose the area will be equal to what we are going to do, where we are getting the area. You can see here we are accessing RCT get area here, and the value will be assigned to what? The variable area. So we are going to write here area. Okay, so now let's save it and run the program. You see the, okay, so there is one error. Say, what is the error? Float rectangle is private. Okay, so it is private. As you can see here, I have not defined any uh, access specifier in the inside the class, so it is giving error. That means this is private, and private are not accessible from the outside class. So in order to get access this area, you have to give here public. Okay, so public. Now save it. Okay, and now let's run the program again. Okay, as you can see here, the area will be equal to 30. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you all. In the next classes we are going to see different types of inheritance, and then most important is different the limitation, or you can say rules of access specifier, which is private, public and protected. Okay, and then we'll see some practical example. Okay, with this I'll stop here. Next class we will see. Okay, have a good day.